how things gonna be like that. But then the vision to buy, if you really want to buy within a year house, it's okay not to let anyone's opinion affect you, because we know that we can afford or not. So budgeting is one thing, how much budget you have. And we took even within this 2 to 3 weeks of process before offer came in. When God gives you something you dream about, you should. And then I went to Kankadurgamma Talli temple, and then 100% I'm like, and if you really believe in God or you believe in Almighty, అందరూ ఎలా ఉన్నారు? లైఫ్ ఆఫ్ శాంతి ఛానల్కి స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం. మీరు ఎవరైనా కానీ ఫస్ట్ టైం చూస్తున్నట్టయితే, నా పేరు శాంతి, నేను న్యూజిలాండ్లో ఉంటాను. నా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోవడం మాత్రం మర్చిపోవద్దు. So this video is going to be in English. Please bear with me because I want this video to reach to all the youngsters or people who are anticipating or planning to buy their first house. So this video is going to be helpful for every one of them in the foreign land. I know I bought house in New Zealand, but then this can be helpful for every other person who is living in the different countries. How do plan or take any points from us, like how we did make this happen. So let's get this video started. I actually made a script, so let me follow that so that I don't crumble here and there. So first, to start with, to be very honest, myself and Sukh, when we thought about house, we always wanted house something like this. Touchwood, it happened the way ahead than what we planned for, because we are planning to buy somewhere end of 2026 or start of 27, something like that, because we just got married in 25, and then Sukh started his first business, and then we are like, okay, we'll take things slow, we'll just see how things gonna be like that. But then the vision to buy this big house is always there, and when we wanted to buy, we always wanted to buy a big house and spacious house, because I'm someone, I love spacious houses, because that's my dream, from childhood, watching all the YouTube videos or TikTok videos. To be very honest, I'm like, it's my dream. And then also I have a lot of clothes. I always wanted a space for my studio, space for my clothes and everything like that. So, and space for God, these are things that I always wanted, I wanted. So that is why we are like, if it takes time, let it take, but then we will buy house which suits us, right? So that is the thing. So this is sweet surprise to us as well. And actually, how did we plan is what I'm gonna talk. So what exactly happened is, we were having myself and Sukh, we went on a date night, and then we both, randomly we were talking, a lot of our friends, they actually have houses and they're planning for kids and all of that. And we are not being an adult. So though we want to buy a house somewhere in the end of 2026, we are like, why not just explore the house market, because till until we started seeing this house, we didn't even look for any other houses in this past, like how many years we know each other. We are like, just go, randomly we'll see. So we saw one house, and then we sent at night 11 o'clock to the real estate agent, and he called that time back to us, and they're like, it's okay, you can come tomorrow, it's an open home, and it's like a $2 million house. That's what we went and saw. And we are in a thought that New Zealand doesn't have houses like this, even the interior exterior wise. We were thinking, oh, we'll buy land and get it built, according to us, save up some money. That's where here and there thoughts were randomly, it's there. But when we saw that house, and we are like, oh, there are actually houses, then real estate agent bought us to this house, and that is where we are like, I was talking to the real estate agent saying that we are actually not planning to buy a house now, maybe mid of next year, in 2025 I'm talking about. So I was telling I'll buy mid of 2026 or end of 2026. Then real estate agent told, now market is very low, even interest rate is low, you will be benefited 100 to 200k if you buy house now, because it's gonna increment in coming years. If you really want to buy within a year house. Why can't you squeeze in and try to get property now? So that's what she told. Then we both also sat with each other. If we can get that much, equity on a property, why not? That's what we thought. And luckily, our friends Anusha and Varun, they got their first house start of 2025, and she has a lot of knowledge about house. Then we sat with them, and then one good thing I did is we never told anyone, even any of the closest of closest friends, that we are buying house, because believe me, lot people will have a lot of opinions on about you and the house, or about your decisions, though how good of a friend they are. So it's okay not to let anyone's opinion affect you, because you know what you want. You should know what you want, and that is when things will fall in place. For me, I actually always wanted a 5-bedroom house, because I wanted one room for my closet, walk-in closet, and one room for puja mandir, and then I can have like one master bedroom and two guest bedrooms, and later it's gonna be for kids, whatever, right? So I always wanted a 5-bedroom. When I checked that, I told you the first house which I saw, it is also 7-bedroom, and I'm telling her I am not looking for 7-bedroom, I want 5-bedroom. Then actually real estate agent gave me an idea, saying that if you buy 7-bedroom, in the end of the day, mortgage you will be paying for 5-bedroom only. How it is, because in 7-bedroom, 2-bedroom, it's gonna be granny flat, which is completely different entrance, different kitchen, which no one has to enter into your main house. So in that way, you can get the bigger house, and in that way, you can actually adds up on your helps on your mortgage. We literally thought, actually that's a smart idea. Then Anusha, I told you, right, my friend Anusha, so she worked with some broker, and that we were like, can we get a contact, because we don't have any plan of getting it. So we used all her contacts actually. So we asked her, and then she's like, she gave all of the details, and both of them gave all the details whichever they know. Touchwood, in that way we are very lucky, because not everyone is comfortable to share about those things. And then she said like someone helped her, so she's helping me, and she's like, if you can help someone, that's how it should be. I'm very grateful for her, and then Varun as well. Then she gave the broker number, and that broker is actually developer in New Zealand as well. So when Suk called him, then he started guiding Suk also, like what are the good areas, how do you have to look at house, what is a land area, what is a floor area, what is equity. We started reading the terms, I started learning the new rules, and I started looking houses, and literally we didn't take too long to put offer on this house. We saw pretty much 2 days houses, one weekend. On one weekend when Suk is available, we went and saw and put offer on one house. We didn't get that offer, and then the second week again in the houses, because we made a whole big list. And by the time in that 2 weeks, we both actually got to know this much land area, this much floor area, approximately how much price is going to be. If you do research that level, you will definitely know. You don't even have to ask, because a lot of websites it says approximate, price by negotiation, and we know how much budget we are going, so we know that we can afford or not. So budgeting is one thing, how much budget you have and in which area you want to buy is one thing. Once you buy in that area, what we did is we opened the Barfoot Thompson, because we worked with that agent, and we made down a big list, 15 to 16 houses which we want to view, and then in a day we went through everything, and then we put offer on one house, and which we couldn't able to crack. And second round when we went, this one I saw it on first day only, but some reason I don't know, that day I'm like, no, I didn't like this house. That's a funny story, I'll tell that later. And then again second day when I came to second time when we came to view this house, it is actually sunny day, and the one thing I liked about this house is every corner of the house you get the sunlight. You can actually see in my video, because that is something, you feel the energy. I literally believe in energies. I don't know, I felt like, no, this house, I want it now. So that is how we put an offer, and we check the area, we check the school zones, we check the nearby colleges, because I understand your first home need not to be a forever home, but then when you buy it, you have to buy it as your investment or as your future plan, right? So we check what is nearby nurseries, nearby schools, and is it convenient or not for Suk's work. For my work, it's little far, but then For me, I barely go to office. So even if I have to go, my office hours are very flexible. I can go in early and come back early and log in from home. So that's how my work works. And then I'm like, why not, like whichever is convenient for him. And then where the area is really good, that's what we went in. And that's how we plan. As part of this planning, what we did is, this is like a huge amount of money that we put into for this house, even as a loan and even as a down payment. We took, like, even within this 2 to 3 weeks of process before offer came in, we did a forecast for Sup's business, like how much, like, in future, how much will it be risky or not. We did a risk analysis pretty much, because it's very much important, because I'm someone who always, how to say, when you talk to me, I'm always positive, but then I see things in very different way, because I studied business here, but though I never did job related to here, my mindset looking at things changes. So I always comes with a risk analysis is good, and then I'm very good at planning, and I'm really, if something doesn't work, I always come with different plans. Even that could be a social events, even that could be my work, or even that could be my whatever I plan in my life. So we did that with Suk, and with me in my company, I did, like, this is my goal, and then my tribe lead and the person who I'm looking to achieve with that person, I got, like, within 5 years, if I have to increase my pay level, which level I have to, and which courses I have to do. I made them do a big document PowerPoint for my convenience, so that I know that I have to target high. If at all I'm really targeting to get this house, this is how my analysis should be next 5 years. So we did focus for that, we did focus for this, and then somewhere, emotionally you feel that, okay, am I doing correct or not, right? Then my friend Anusha's husband, he's really good at, like, forecasting and this financial thing. So when we put everything, because we literally told them, like, this much we have, and this is this, then he calculated everything. And then, when I spoke to them, they are very mature enough to make us realize, okay, if you go for this house, you actually can look these kind of things ahead. So he brought in his level of experience to help us to understand, like, financially certain level of things. And even Anusha helped us to, like, in houses, how we have to look and all of that. So we carried, like, we used our broker experience, we used our this friend's experience, and then our real estate agent's experience, and then we did our study. You can literally ask me, even in the clause what we have written, I written bond papers to, like, not bond papers, the conditional offers to unconditional offers to loan statements to, I just read everything, like every process of step I did understand. And, like, even in sleep during that time, if you could have asked me what is the next step, I'm pretty much clear about it, because I'm always like that. I don't look like that, but then even in a small thing, I just deeply invest my time and energy. So this is what it's pretty much it took for planning. Though we bought a house, like, within 2 months, we did, like, deep level of research on land, area, and house, and even interior of the house, and our pay and expenses and finances and everything. And that is when we got in. This is not some, just because the dream and I have some money and then I put it in. It's never like that, because I actually know, I personally believe, when God gives you something you dream about, you should also pray for wisdom to keep it. How hard is to get, it's gonna be even harder to maintain it as well. So we have to prepare for both of them, because our property is a bit expensive side. So this is how we planned. And coming to the finances, so I actually told you, like, we are not prepared to buy a house, like, in 2025, but then we are not somewhere, not prepared for it or something like that. You guys might think that I do a lot of shopping and we spend a lot, but I'll talk how do I plan my finances in next coming videos. But then I use something like if I have to say compartmentalization, that's what I call it. I know for everything how much my budgeting will be. I'm pretty clear on that. To be very honest, I'm good budgeting, and then I stick to my expenses than Suk. When we actually applied loan, right, my broker, he's asking, where are your wife expenses? We can't see your wife expenses. So I'm very smart way in my expenses, and I'll take money out to spend on something when I know that I can make it some or the other way, which I do through my investments or whatever, which I don't want to brag here, but then somewhere I'm good at it. Okay, so that is where, though we are not 100% prepared for it, but not prepared to buy a house, but it's not that we don't have it. So we are somewhere okay to jump in. And lastly, 20-25% we struggled a bit here there, but then with help of my parents, with that that money, and then even some friends, we chipped in like very small amount that we took. But parents helped a lot. So with all of that, we were able to put the down payment without any hassle, and then we just cleared it. If anyone is spiritual, you can actually relate with me. So you don't know when blessing gonna come in, but then your vessel have to be empty to take it full in. So we were empty and we are okay. I mean, we were prepared, but we didn't realize we were prepared because we were chilling through the life. So yeah, and even the loan process, like we were actually not prepared. There is my shopping expenses, there is a lot of experiences, but still somehow we were able to manage to get the loan. It was quite a hectic process, but somewhere our broker is really really good. That's why we were able to crack in as well. If anyone really want, looking for houses, if you really want a real estate agent and the broker details, you just can ping me personally on my Instagram. I can actually send you their details if you're actually looking house, because they're one of the best people I worked so far. So yeah. And coming to the next thing, mindset. So this is the something I want to talk, very strongly I want to put through. Your mindset is everything. Today you think that you can crack something, you're definitely gonna do it, but for that you should have to build a strong mindset. Your mindset is the money. Money is actually not money. The stronger you are, because you should know what you want end of the day. Because a lot of people around you can say that you can do it. Some people can say that you can't do it, but then you should know end of the day you can, no matter what. We strongly believed somewhere that when we're gonna buy, we'll buy somewhere like this. And moreover, I'm telling again and again, when I showed, like when people came in to see the house, some people, they are like, we are also planning to buy a house, but we can't buy big house as yours. And to be very honest, I never in my life, even with the clothes or even the things that I own, I don't when I meet people, I don't show off. Like, that's not me, because I know that this is what I want, this is the life I want to live. I respect me and I respect other person equally. No one has to be like me. So if you are like me only, I respect you. I'm definitely not like that. I literally told them, you don't have to be, buy the house like us. Whatever suits you, whatever income it comes to you, and whatever is your, future, whatever you planning, you buy according to you. But what suggestion I give from my side as a friend is, buy house which value will increase in future, so that you can use that money as an equity to grow yourself in future. Not like, again, if you want to upgrade your house, again you have to put it money. No, not like that. That is where I say that even you buy a single bedroom house, you just have to make sure that you're gonna property value gonna increase in next 1 to 2 years. That is how you have to look at and buy a property. It's never about having a 7 bedroom. It's never about having a 1 bedroom. It's always about the money you have, and then money you are investing, and you are investing on the correct property where you're gonna get equity in 1 to 2 years. So this is how you should plan. Not because someone have a bigger land, I should want a bigger land. It's just literally like you're burning your ass looking at someone else, which you are not supposed to do. This is how a lot of people does mistake when it comes to first house. I know, because something big is happening. Owning house is like everyone's dream, and when like that kind of dream is coming true, you will not think about any other possibilities other than your emotional toll. So somewhere you should be logically mature enough to hold these things. So that's why, to be very honest, me and Suk balance each other really good, because wherever I get emotional, he is logical. Wherever he gets emotional, I'll be logical. So we actually we go hand in hand each other like that. So I understand buying houses, like emotionally it's very important, and the social pressure and everything, but end of the day you should do things when you're ready, and you should do things what is good for you. You should do things according to you, because single dollar, it's also not easy, and most of the people must be earning, and how hard it is, everyone know. So just remember that, okay? And then and also I already mentioned this one, like when you're looking for a house or doing something, don't let anyone know. The reason is, if I have to say it in a spiritual way, the way I believe God so much, okay? If he decided to give something to me, nothing else can stop. But then your brain will be ready to make that bandwidth, like the resistance equally with your blessing. But then when you keep on hearing the opinions, some people will say, ah, it's okay. Some people, because a lot of people, when we said that, oh, are you mad? You bought that big house. Do you think I'm actually mad? Okay, if you think, it's up to you. It's your what do you call, like, incompetence of not seeing the worth of other person. But then I can't say that, right? So if you tell other people, when a lot of opinions started coming in, you can't focus on your goal. So again, it will take some time for you to understand, like, what kind of house you want and what decision. So you have to be strong on your decision. That only it can be possible when you're not letting so many people around you to know. That is the only thing. But other than that, like, this is my belief, like, if people think that, oh, it won't happen for you, nothing like that, because if God want to shower blessings on you, no matter what, it's gonna come to you. Only thing is, like, your mindset should be prepared for that. When you let people, lot of people know, lot of opinion comes in, and it will play up with your brain, and you will not be ready to take that blessing, and again the blessing might get delayed. So this is the way that I believe. So to build a stronger mindset, you should have to, after getting this house, entire last 2025, to be very honest, I was going through hell at time emotionally as well, because I got married, and within 2 weeks I went to office, and I got to know that I'm not going to have job in redundancy. I just got married, and even through that hell, I was looking for job. I somehow, by God's grace, I cracked the job, and I got the job. But then even all of that, I was smiling, and then I was fighting through. That is when I realized you always get things when you don't give up. And when you are hitting something, the bigger dream, you always have to keep on trying, thinking that there is nothing called impossible. So if anyone who is thinking low about yourself, just come to me. I'll make sure you think again better about yourself. I'm someone like that, because I always believe in positivity, and I think if you believe in positivity, only positive things come to you, and it will definitely. And the fifth one I want to say is the moment it happened. The moment finally it happened, by the time I was like emotionally so much told. We both were in a place where, if the loan will come, it will come. If it don't come, that's it. We'll put a full stop for looking through the houses. We'll not go ahead for anything at all for next few months. Because house thing, how much logical you go, when it process keep on delaying, it's emotionally so hectic. And that too, I joined new job, and then somewhere I was learning through that, like, through day, and again thinking about the loan process, and then my sister engagement and my travel plans. There was like so many things going on in hand. Touchwood, I will talk about this loan process very clearly in the next video, because I wanted to share a lot of my experience to what to look at things, and the conditional offer, like what clauses you have to add. I will talk through all of that, because if I'm be helpful for any one of you, I'll be the most happiest person. But then this is the one which I want to talk about the whole process about this house. So that is the thing. But then I didn't expect, but somewhere in my heart, like, when I went to India, I went to first Sakshi Ganpati temple in Vijayawada. By the time, like 40%, my brain and my heart is like, I'm gonna get, like, we're gonna crack the loan. And then I went to Lord Shiva temple on Krishna river, and then, like, I'm like 70% sure, because like somewhere in my heart till then I was like, so much intense, my heart, I found peace there. And when they went, and then I went to Kankadurgamma Talli temple, and then 100% I'm like, no, yeah, I'm gonna get it only, it's like that. And then we got the conditional loan offer, because we were not even expecting. It's Friday, and then I got it call from when Shravanti engagement is happening. That is when we got conditional loan, and then unconditional loan happened once I'm back in New Zealand. But I'll walk through all of this story, how it happened and everything, because you listen to the story, you literally feel like if it meant to be, it will be. So I will walk you through all of that. So when it happened, we were so happy, and that too, it happened when Suk and me together in house. We got to know, and then, like, literally, it's more than first, to be very honest. When we thought that, I wouldn't lie, about 7-bedroom, like, somewhere we're like, oh, we did it, like, we have to tell people when we do it. But somewhere end of once everything happened and we transferred our deposit and everything, we felt like a personal achievement, not to show anyone or not to tell anyone, even to tell people. I got to know 10 days before, and on settlement day only I started telling people, because it was never to show off. It was always, it's like a personal achievement. This is something, the girl like me can do it, and Suk can do it, person like Suk, any one of you sitting there can do it. This is what the belief. I looked at a person like Anusha and thought that if she can do it, like why she bought house, and then why can't I do it for ourselves together? That is how, like, I look at things. Like, I aspire things, and if I want to live, if I want something, I'll just talk to people, sit with people, understand, learn. That is when I understood, like, how much mindset matters, and, like, people you surrounding, it's very important, like what kind of people you surround your life with. So that is where I became very conscious about things and try to understand and everything. So when it happened, it was the happiest thing. And first thing we called and told is Anusha and Varun, and then our parents, and remaining friends. I took some time, like, I told them on a settlement date, like, it happened after we got keys to the hand. Sitting in this house, I was messaging people. So yeah, telling this only, I feel so nostalgia, and then final note I wanted to tell people who's ever planning to buy a house: don't rush. I know that rush will come, like the social pressure. If someone is buying, you have to buy. Someone is doing, you have to do. Because 2 years back, when all of my friends were buying houses, even I had that pinch, like, I should also do. What if, people, we pretty much came similar time to the country, and am I unable to do? But then I realized their journey is different from mine, and their goals are different from mine. So if I want to achieve certain things, it will take time. Even if it hurts, I'll be quiet, I'll work on myself, and I'll do whatever it requires. So please don't go into the emotional triggers by looking at other people. You just have to understand what you want and what is your path, and then how you're going to make it work. And if you really believe in God, or you believe in Almighty, like, you just have to take strength from them, because you get strength from all of these processes from I seek in God. So that is where I'm saying. So yeah, this is what I actually wanted to talk about, about the house process. Next one, I'm going to talk about my loan process in deep, so it will give you more insights about what we have gone through and all. I don't want to disclose about, like, how much we earn and whatever, because which I'm not comfortable sharing such things. But I'll give you typical understanding about how you can plan for your loan, how much ever you earn. So I think that would be helpful for every one of you, I guess. So just comment down and let me know, how do you feel this heart-to-heart talks with Shanti, because I'd really enjoy talking like this and sharing my experience on the video. Okay, there are a lot more good videos coming on this channel. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and hit that bell icon, so that when I could post a video, you definitely get an instantly notification. Love you. Bye.